Well, it's not St. Patrick's Day, but let's do it. Hello, my name is JD, and welcome to Nidiots. Today we're going to be ranking the Leprechaun franchise. Honestly, this is the easiest franchise I've had to rank. And I bulk filmed a bunch of these ranking videos. And none was easier to put together than this. Yeah. So the Leprechaun franchise started in 1992, I think, and believe it or not, there is 8 of these movies, despite them all making fuck all money, and haven't been in the theatre since the second one. So, yeah. Now, before we get started on the video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment below, because I really want to know what you guys think of these lists, because I would honestly take a comment over a like, because it means that you really do give an opinion. And maybe you should do your own videos. So before I get into it, yes, once again, this was the easiest thing I've ever had to rank, because it is so easy to know which one you like the least and the most. And I am surprised that there were 8 of these films, once again. So at number 8 is Leprechaun Origins. I thought this movie was garbage. It was shit. Hornswoggle, I'm sorry, but you were the worst Leprechaun I've ever seen. And the thing about the Leprechaun is that you need the humor. What is fucking Leprechaun about this fucking beast? His design is gross. Like, look at it. It's terrible. And the kills, I honestly don't even remember what kills there were, because they're all first person and cutaways. It's boring. So at number 7 is Leprechaun Back to the Hood. This was the final outing for Warwick Davis. And yeah, it was a very depressing way to go out, because it was just, yeah, unwatchable. I found it to be, not counting the Origins, it is, yeah, the most unwatchable one. But from here on, I was able to actually sit through them. This is one I actually turned off because I couldn't get through it. It was boring. Most memorable kill? None. At number 6 is Leprechaun 4 in Space. Fuck, what is with movies and putting things in space? In my opinion, of all the movies I've watched where they put the killer in space, this is the worst one. And yes, Warwick Davis comes back as the Leprechaun, and there's a whole bunch of actors I don't even really remember. There's that weird robot fat thingy, and the guy who's like trying to be this hardcore drill sergeant, and their names are just stupid. Yeah, don't watch this. If you're gonna, probably the most memorable thing of the movie is when the Leprechaun gets big, and it's for all the wrong reasons why it's memorable. That's why it's at number 6. At number 5 is Leprechaun in the Hood.
Lep in the hood, come to do no good.
So it stars Ice-T and Warwick Davis. Until recently, this was the last good Leprechaun movie. So it stars Ice-T and Warwick Davis. Warwick Davis is in like the 70s or something, and he finds this Leprechaun, and he does something to steal the jewelry, recapture it, and he keeps this thing with him. It's like a flute. And when he grabbed it, he became super famous and successful in whatever he did, because it just puts people in a trance whenever you use it. And what was the most memorable part of this movie? 2, actually. The Jesus Loves Me scene in the church, I thought that was kind of funny. But Leper in the Hood come to do no good. A Leprechaun rapping, it's so bad that I can't get it out of my head. Warwick Davis, you were funny in that, I'll give you that. That's why you're at number 5. Alright, at number 4 is Leprechaun Returns. This is not Warwick Davis, this is not Hornswoggle. It instead stars Lyndon Porco, I think his name is. It's a really weird name. But Lyndon Porco does a really good Warwick Davis impersonation. That's basically the best way you can put it. This one erases all the sequels and is a direct sequel to the original Leprechaun. Which is kind of cool that they've started doing that, but honestly, this is one franchise when they should have done it. What they should have done is erased every Leprechaun from, 4 onwards. That would have been better. But it has some pretty alright kills, like the solar power thing falling on that person. That was pretty cool. But, once again, it's not a great Leprechaun movie, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. And it is worth checking out if you can get it for free. I don't recommend purchasing this. Alright, so we're in the top 3, and from here on I do recommend that you see all of them. because these three are really good, and which is the ones that you were seeing right there. So, which one do you think is going to be at number 3? I'll give you 3 seconds to decide. It is Leprechaun 2. This is the most Irish-feeling Leprechaun movie because it is set on St. Patrick's Day. And it's just really cool when you see all those other little people dressed as leprechauns, and it's got, I can't remember his name, but the guy from Bad Santa and Me, Myself, and Irene, he's in it, and he's really funny, even if he's in it for like half a second. The most memorable part of this movie would have to be the drinking game between Morty and the leprechaun. That whole bar scene period is just really funny. And it's a good installment and a good sequel. And I don't want to reveal too much, so that's why I'm not going to spoil you too much on this one. So that's why Leprechaun 2 is number 3. So Leprechaun from 1992 is my pick for number 2. It is Jennifer Aniston's first film, I think, and it's got a lot of memorable scenes. The pogo stick, getting pulled over by the police officer, the shoe shining, Lucky Charms, kind of. And it was a good first film to start a franchise. They tried to make it a standalone film, but it's just a breathed franchise. Honestly, I wish they took it in a better direction with the sequels that felt like after the other ones, but you know, it was a good film and it's really worth the watch. And that is why the original Leprechaun comes in at number 2. Alright, number 1. Hands down, the best Leprechaun film is Leprechaun 3, the one where he's in Las Vegas. He speaks in rhymes, as always, in the first 2 films, but these were his best ones. So, the Leprechaun in Las Vegas, it's just really funny, just seeing him interact with, like, you know, the Elvises, and all the things that go on in it, and just the story. It is a really good film, and if you're going to buy one Leprechaun movie, this is the one you should buy. Is it worth paying, like, you know, $20 or $30 for? No. It is a solid $10 or under movie. The Leprechaun franchise is a bargain bin type of movie. So what are some of my favorite lines from the Leprechaun movie? Well, I'm not going to waste my time saying them. I'm just going to let you watch them.
This old lep, he played one. He played pogo on his line.
Drink what you want. Drink what you're able. If you're drinking with me, you'll be under the table.
Pour all you want. Pour all you can. You won't beat me, because I'm a leprechaun.
Lovely golden palaces, completely full of riches. I'll rip them off and rob them blind, those dirty sons of bitches.
For pulling this trick, I'll chop off your...
Good enough. Alright, so that was my ranking of the Leprechaun films. Do you agree with it or do you disagree? Comment below and please let me know what yours is, because I want to know other people's rankings of these films. Because honestly, in my town, I feel like I'm the only person who's a fan of horror. Everyone else is into, you know, mainstream stuff that's just on TV. Not even like pay TV, like regular TV. Yeah, I've been JD. JD out.
I come from the land of the Irish Spring. Dublin's the place where I learned my thing. From the Emerald Isle to your place in the hood, I'm the man of green, come to do no good. Left in the hood, come to do no good. Left in the hood, come to do no good. Blunt is dope, this place is hype. There's a lassie, she's just my type. I hate to resort so soon to marry. Haven't been late so long, it's happening. I'm so bad, I'm good. I'll show you what to do, so lend an ear. Don't worry, little lassie, you've got nothing to fear. Sit with the lad who's lean and green, and let me show you why I'm a love machine. Come to do no good. I'm a wee green guy who's new to town. Show me what you do when you get down. I'll go up, you go down. We'll cause a scene, you'll love the groove. Left in the hood, come to do no good. Left in the hood, when we're bad, we're good. From the cliffs of Moor to your front door, better turn up the lights and pray some more. We're gonna party through the night until the dawn. Then you and I are gonna get it on. Left in the hood, come to do no good. Left in the hood, come to do no good.
hood come to do no good. Lep in the hood.
Come to do no good.
One should never try to take a leprechaun's gold. One should never try to take a leprechaun's gold.